Hello. How are y'all? We are back and we are trying to see if we are up and running and if you all can see us. Because as usual, with me and my life, we got technical difficulties. But it's cool because we back. So we're just trying to make sure that you all can see us. And if you can see us, give us some kind of indication, high five, a thumbs up, a smiley face, or something, so we can know that we are actually working right now. Because we don't know it's something always. It just happens. So we're just trying to make sure we are up.
And I see you on Facebook, the Facebook group. So. Yes.
You see me in the group? Cool. You see us. Shay says she sees us. So we are about to get started. And I hope you all are just as excited as I am because as you know, we are on dollars and cents and plus it is hump day Wednesday. So I just hope y'all are excited. Today we're going to be talking about the principles of Amazon and eBay selling, like how you can make all this money and how you can make all this happen. All right. So before we get started, I love to introduce myself. My name is Tay Lee, and I am your money maximizer. I teach entrepreneurs how to never go broke so they can freestyle their lifestyle and gain financial freedom today. And we have the lovely Monica McCoy, Amazon Pro seller, baby, making all that money, $1 million in sales. And the first quarter ain't even got here there yet. Y'all heard me? The first quarter is not over, and she already has hit $1 million in sales. Do you know what that means? That means she's stacking, y'all. That means she's stacking. Can I borrow $1 or $2? Because she over here making all this money, y'all. All this money. So I hope you all are ready to learn tonight. So get out your pens and get out your papers because we are about to learn how you can become a pro Amazon or eBay seller. So I'll give y'all a couple seconds to get y'all pen and papers out. Toot. All right. Hope you got it ready because I'm just so ready for y'all to learn tonight. So Monica, we are talking about how you can become a pro Amazon or eBay seller. One of the first questions that's always asked is like, how did you actually get started in this business?
All right, so where I got started was I saw a Facebook post about selling on Amazon, or selling on eBay. And I reached out to a particular gentleman that I used to be in a previous company with. I thought he just joined the business, but no, he's one of the co-founders. His name's Roger Langell. And he put me on to this particular company that he started, that he co-found, where it teaches you how to drop ship on eBay. I started off on eBay first because eBay really taught me, I feel, a lot of the fundamentals that I now use in my Amazon business. eBay is more forgiving. Amazon is not as forgiving. I'll come back to that later. But I got started basically by purchasing a program to learn how to do this because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a business. And if you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like one. So.
Okay. So what did you do before you actually started Amazon eBay selling?
I was a nurse. Believe it or not, I used to work as a nurse for several years. I never sold anything online in my life. I didn't know anything about eBay selling, definitely not Amazon selling, but you know what? I had a desire to learn. Just like you can learn how to be a nurse. I said, hey, I can learn how to be an Amazon and eBay seller too. Why not?
Okay, so how was the transition? So did you start off part-time? Did you start off full-time? Like what was your actual process from switching over to being a full-time nurse to a full-time Amazon seller?
I started off part-time on eBay. I'm still working as a nurse full-time, selling, a couple items a day on eBay. At first, with the training, I learned how to sell items that I had around my house. Item here, an item there. And then I went into what's known as drop shipping, where I'm selling an item on eBay, saying I'm getting it from Walmart or Amazon. And then when the customer on eBay buys it, I will put the order in with Amazon on Amazon's website or Walmart's website. And the customer, I'll ship it to the customer and they'll have their item. Of course, I'm charging them more than what Walmart or Amazon is charging me. I ship it to the customer and they're happy because they have their product. I ended up getting, like I said, I was working as a nurse full time, and my story is a bit unique in the sense of everyone wants to go full time in whatever business they're doing, but in my case, I was kind of pushed over the cliff, so to speak, because I was fired from my job. I was fired from my job as a nurse, long story short, because I refused to work certain days I know I did not have to work. The nurse managerial staff was trying to bully me into working certain days, and so no, I don't want to work those days. They fired me the week of Thanksgiving, which was the best thing they could have done because that's the busiest week of the year anyway when it comes to online sales. And I just started on Amazon, but I was really nervous. Because, oh, it's Amazon, you have to be perfect. So I thought, but in my case, when that job got taken away, my fear got taken away too. And I fortunately, I have not had to look back. I've been doing this business as an Amazon seller full time since late 2015. And I'm able to, sustain a lifestyle where I can support myself. I'm not, living check to check anymore. I just love the time freedom I have. So from nurse to Amazon seller, because I had a desire, because I didn't treat it like a business. I got into, I learned how to do it. Still learning, never stop learning. And I'm always open to growing in my business. So.
Okay. So basically, y'all, Monica said when she first started doing it, she started off on eBay because eBay is just a little bit more forgiving than Amazon. If you go to Amazon and you happen to mess up, they ain't letting you sell nothing else. They kicking you out. It's just like a job. You can't work for them anymore. So the best thing to do is to start part-time working on eBay as a third-party seller to actually learn how to do things because eBay is just a little bit more forgiving. They help you more. If you mess up, they're like, okay, well, she messed up. We're going to give her another chance. Whereas with Amazon, you're not getting as many chances. And also, she is suggesting that you start off part-time with it just so you can get your feet wet and you can understand the game. So when you go into it full-fledged, you can make the money that you actually want to make. So when you actually started, Monica, with eBay, how much were you making?
eBay, I'll say about a couple, this wasn't the first month out the gate, but I'll say about a couple of $1,000s a month at my prime, if you will, on eBay. And keep in mind, I was doing it part-time. And that doesn't mean because I made $2,000 that that's what you'll only make. Some people make more than that part-time, and some people make less than that part-time. Some people make, all people make more than that full-time. But it's just, eBay, I find the customers on eBay are, they're not as entitled as Amazon customers. It is what it is. Because Amazon, it's just like Macy's versus Walmart. You're going to have, you're going to have a different experience in the store. Chick-fil-A versus, Wendy's or something. Even though they're both fast food restaurants, you're going to have a different experience. So with eBay, and you're going to make mistakes on Amazon too. I don't want you guys to be afraid, like, oh, Amazon. No, I don't know what I was. They're both fast food restaurants. You're going to have a different experience. But you're going to make, you're going to make mistakes on all platforms because we're all human, right? But you have a training program that you can follow to help you decrease the amount of mistakes you make. You follow the training and, you just got to get out there and get your feet wet. Again, you'll make mistakes, but you should learn from your mistakes and grow from them. So eBay is definitely a place that I started. I recommend people start there because I've seen new sellers come on Amazon and get their behinds handed to them because Amazon has a lot. Their requirements and standards are more strict than eBay's. And even their pay structure is a lot different too. That's another story. Their pay structure is a lot different than eBay. And you have to have the capital to do this business. So when I say the capital, I don't mean 100,000 saved up. That's not typical. Capital as an access to capital, like, credit cards or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, when you actually get started with being a third-party seller, always start with eBay just because they teach you more. They're more forgiving and they help you with the process. So when you actually get into like the cutthroat industry with Amazon, not saying they're just going to treat you wrong, that you are learning more and you are ready for the process. She started part-time, maybe doing 20 hours a week. She was bringing home an extra $2,000 a month. So that's just a way to bring in additional income. In the group, we are talking about how to bring in additional income. And this is a major way to do it. So being an Amazon or an eBay seller is really awesome, but you just got to know the steps and how to do it. And so,
let me say this real quick too. It's not to say never, ever, ever start on Amazon. I know all I can do is tell you guys my journey. I started off on eBay first and getting onto Amazon. I was just so thankful for my experience with eBay. I know there are people out there who started on Amazon first, who've never sold on eBay and do just fine. But all I can do is tell you guys my journey. I recommend starting off on eBay first because it taught me a lot of fundamentals that I carried on to Amazon. I probably made way less mistakes on Amazon than I would have if I would have went on to Amazon first. And I don't want you to think Amazon's a big bad wolf. They're just more strict. It just is what it is. But it's not. But they're not impossible to sell on. I mean, their standards are really high. But hey, I'm selling on Amazon, so it's not impossible.
Okay, so give us a process of how to actually sell when it comes to eBay and Amazon. Like, what's the actual process?
All right, so eBay is going to be primarily drop shipping, meaning you're either selling items from a third-party vendor like Walmart, whatever, Overstock, and you're putting up a listing on eBay. eBay is more about what is it? How do I say? eBay is more about your title, your listing. Like if you have keywords in your title that buyers like to see when they're looking for items. Let me see. eBay. Let me talk about like the pay structure too.
You can talk about the pay structure, but say if I want to become an eBay seller today, what's the process? Like, how would I list my products? What am I to look for? I know that I'm a third-party shipper or a third-party person, but how does that process go when it comes to actually selling for people?
Okay, so when you're a third-party seller, one of the main things I say is, a lot of people always ask, what do I sell? What do I sell? You don't per se look at items that you would like. You're looking for items that are profitable. And I say that's very important because there are items that I thought would never sell, or, oh, what an ugly chair that is, but someone bought it. It's not about your taste. It's about you looking at, okay, that this item is, I'm buying it from Walmart for $100. I'm going to sell it on eBay for $150. Can I, is that a profit? What's my profit after eBay fees? So you're always going to look at an item if it's profitable. When it comes to eBay, you want to look at how you're making your title. Like Tay and I could be selling the exact same item. Her price can be lower than mine, but because my title has more keywords than hers does, guess what? I'm going to sell it more than she does all day long because my title is better than hers. And that's something you learn in training. Title. Well, how do I title my item? Go on eBay tonight and just, I don't know, put in some random, backpack. Put the word backpack in the search engine. And pay attention to the titles. You're going to see the title of the item. It's not a full sentence like Susie went to the store and bought a backpack. It's going to have titles going to say backpack, school, child, whatever. I don't know, zippers, school supplies. It's going to have all these keywords in it. It's not really a sentence. The point of that is you want your title full of as many keywords as possible so that when buyers are looking for a backpack, your item shows up first. It's not about the price. That's when it comes to eBay. It's not about the price. It's mainly about your title.
Okay. So basically when you actually get started, you don't sell things that you necessarily like. You have to sell things that everybody else likes. Simple fact, it's not about you anymore. It's about other people. Like she said, you may have an ugly chair, but if you put the ugly chair and you put Wakanda in front of the ugly chair, everybody may buy it. So make sure that you have keywords that people want to know about or people care about so that your stuff can actually sell before somebody else. She said that you do learn that in training, but that is just something that you just have to know. You have to know keywords. You have to find things that everybody wants. You have to find things that are hot commodity. It's not about your taste. It's not about your style. It's about the world style because that's how you sell things. And that's a really key process when it comes to Amazon and eBay selling. So, okay, so just say I found the item on Walmart.com, right?
Okay.
And I want to sell it, and I'm putting it as Wakanda Burgundy Black History Month chair, right? Oh. So I put it on the site. What's the process after I list it on the site?
All right, once you list it, it's live. People are going to be looking for whatever, maybe they're looking for a chair for the living room or something, whatever. If someone sees your chair, they like it, eBay sends you a notification. Congratulations, your item is sold. And, shows how much it's sold for. The money goes in your PayPal account. You take that money and you purchase it from wherever you're getting it from. Say, for example, Walmart. Go into Walmart's website, you type in the buyer's information. You're shipping it to the buyer. It would just be like if you're shipping something to your sister, you put in your sister's information. But in this case, you're shipping it to the buyer. You put the buyer's information so that Walmart shipped it to the buyer. You never have to see or touch the item. You see it online, obviously, but you never have to physically store it in your house. and it gets shipped out the door. When it ships, Walmart will email you the tracking number. You then turn around and upload that tracking number to the buyer's order, and hopefully all will be well, unless there's a problem, you sent the wrong color, the wrong size, whatever. But as long as it's a smooth transaction, okay, cool. The buyer got their item and everyone's happy.
Okay, so are you buying the item first?
No, don't buy the item first. The thing about drop shipping, and there are many different types of avenues in the e-commerce world. This what I'm talking about now is drop shipping. The thing with drop shipping is you sell high, then you buy low. Meaning, I'm not buying the item. I'm not buying that chair until the customer buys the chair. I have it listed for sale, but I haven't bought it yet, okay? Customer buys it. eBay says, congratulations, it's sold. So I sold it high. I sold it for $150, for example. Then I go and buy the chair from Walmart. Now I just bought it low. Again, buy high, sell low. Ship it to the customer. So the customer has to buy it first. That's how I know what to buy. Customer buys it first. I buy it from Walmart. I ship it to the customer, and everybody's happy.
All right. So I hope y'all understood that. So basically, you will do a search. You'll find an item. So you find an item on Walmart.com for $100. You'll list it on eBay or Amazon for $150. When the client buys it from you and actually pays you for it, you go back to the Walmart site and you buy it. So you're buying it at a lower price. You're selling it to them for $150, but you only bought it for $100. You put in their information when it's time to check out, and then you send it through. So you have not spent your money at all. You're spending their money, and then you're still making a profit. So I really, really hope y'all understood what I just said. You are not touching the product. You don't have to handle it. You don't have to worry about it. You are not touching the product. You are finding products that people want. So just say, for instance, if you find a product and nobody ever buys it, it's okay because you are not necessarily touching that product. You are drop shipping it to the customer and you don't have to worry about it. You send it out, you put in their information, and most of the time it's a smooth transaction unless something goes wrong. Then if something goes wrong, you have to worry about that. But when it comes to business and money, that's just how it goes. It's going to be problems. Nothing is going to be 100% good all the time. You will have problems. Mm-hmm. But for me, that is just awesome. Like how, like you don't have to touch it. You're not spending your own money and you're still making a profit. Like how often does that happen? And if you, like she said, part-time working, she was making $2,000. Now she's in it full-time and she's making, how much are you making a month? Give or take. You don't have to give all your business, but give or take, how much are you making a month?
I want everybody to show up at my door.
Well, just say, give or take. You don't have to just you have $1 million in sales this year. After everything you do, after profit and everything, what's a good amount that you can say that you are making doing being an Amazon Pro seller?
I'll say for this month, for the month of March, what's today? The 21st. I'm at about $20,000 right now in profit.
Oh yeah, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
It took me a while to get here now, everybody. This is not. I've been doing this full time for 2.5 years. I like to tell people how much I make because
Well, she didn't tell y'all what she's making, and she's been doing it for 2.5 years.
But I wouldn't start out like that, please, pretty please. And this is Amazon. Amazon and eBay are two different beasts, okay?
Well, it's still two different beasts, but you're still doing awesome. Like people don't make that in a year, Monica. That is awesome. You should be proud of that. People should want to know how to do this. It is tedious, but you are still serious.
It's not simple, everybody. Don't sit up here and think, oh, everybody in this business is making that amount, okay? And even from that, I have now my business. I have different people who work my business for me. Virtual assistants. These are people who live in India and the Philippines who handle multiple parts of my business. So from that money, I have to pay them and, taxes. And there are other ways I make money in the business too. That's just my front end profit. But, from that, it does get divided up. But it's not like, oh, from the 20,000, I only take home 3,000 or something, no.
Well, y'all heard what she said, right? Y'all heard what she said. It is not, everybody is not making that amount of money, but people are, especially if you're full-time and you're going hard. If you have been in the group this week, we've been talking about how to make money in Amazon and things that you need. So if you haven't done so already, go back and look at the blog because you need time, you need patience, You need a computer and you need a credit card. Those are 4 essential things that you need to actually get started with eBay or Amazon selling. Y'all, this is a good way for you to make money part-time. It is tedious and it does take time, but when you actually learn and start the process, you can make more money from it. She started off as a nurse, part-time as an eBay seller. Now she is an Amazon pro seller making all this money. And when we get off this call, I'm going to call her and be like, look, let me borrow $10,000 forever.
She said, well,
$10,000 forever, y'all. Okay. And do y'all know what that means? That $10,000 forever. She may never get it back. But since she got all this money.
You know, the fans listening.
All this money. For everybody that's asking about how to get training with Amazon and eBay selling, we're going to put a link in here and you can go fill out the link and fill out the information. And then Monica will be in contact with you for you to actually learn how to do the process. Once again, this is a tedious process. This is not for the, oh, I'm just trying to make a quick dollar. I'm just trying to see how it's going to happen. You have to put in the time and the effort. That's with any kind of business. I tell y'all all the time, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur until it's time to be an entrepreneur. So you have to put in the time and the patience in it to actually make it work. So we're going to drop a link in the comments. And when we drop the link in the comments, you can go in and fill it out. Monica will get in touch with you and just tell you more about the eBay and Amazon process. And y'all can start making money too. And you can come in and give us just different testimonials on how it works. It's really, really good to be a third party seller because you don't have to touch the product. But Monica, I do know that you do touch the product sometimes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So tell us about that process.
I touched a few products today, as a matter of fact. There are, like I said earlier in the video, and let me just say this too, like, again, right now to have, what's today, the 22nd, I think, or 21st, to be at $20,000 already for the month, that's not typical. I don't want y'all to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make big money right away. I've worked my behind off. That's people don't see. I've worked my behind off to get to this point. I have people who run my business for me. And it takes a while to get there. This business was not built overnight. I don't want anybody to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make all this money. No, what y'all don't see are the countless of nights I've spent working in my business, even when I had a job, because I wanted it so bad. And even once the job was taken away, I'm like, this business must work. Like the sun must come up tomorrow because now I don't have a job anymore. So, I'm where I am right now in my business, but it's been a long journey, like for real. And I'm not done. I don't feel like I've arrived. I still got a long way to go. All right. So as far as what Tay was saying, sometimes you can touch products in the e-commerce realm. And on Amazon, you can do drop shipping, FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, meaning, which is what I did today, you go out to the stores, you buy items at discount, you ship them into Amazon's warehouse, and when they sell, Amazon ships it for you. Now, with that one, you are spending money up front, okay? You are touching the product, excuse me, and you do have to pay a bit more than the average referral fee to Amazon because Amazon is shipping it out for you. They're handling the customer service for the item, but you have to make sure you buy it right. As long as you buy it right and you make a profit, then hey, great. All you have to do is ship it into Amazon. And when it sells, Amazon sends you that nice email that says, Amazon just shipped an item that you sold. Now with that one, you're spending money up front, like I said, but the customer service part, Amazon handles that. With the drop shipping, let me say this real quick. There are some cons with drop shipping, like any business. When you go to buy the item, what if it's out of stock from Walmart? Or, oh my gosh, when I listed it a week ago, it was $100, but now it's selling for $200. Oh, I'm gonna lose money. What do I do? Again, that's training. And I have software in place because my business is pretty much automated. I have software in place that monitors my inventory and monitors my prices. I have thousands of items for sale on Amazon. There's no way my 2 eyes can monitor all that stuff. That's impossible. There's no way I could pay a bunch of humans to monitor that stuff. That's what software is for. And you learn that again in training. There are many moving parts to this business, but Rome was not built in a day. But with Fulfilled by Amazon, you buy the items. Like I said, you spend your money up front. You ship them into Amazon's warehouse. And when it sells, Amazon takes care of the shipping and any customer service issues. So that's one aspect of doing business of being a seller on Amazon, Fulfilled by Amazon. There's others too, but we'll talk about those for now.
Yeah. Okay. So today we have learned about third-party selling and also about Fulfilled by Amazon. So the first one is you never touch the product. And the second one is Amazon touches the product. Well, you touch the product, you have to spend that money up front. You ship it into Amazon, and then Amazon handles it for you. So those are two different ways that you can make money in the business. And that's why I say you need to have some type of credit card. Because hopefully when you actually go buy the product, it sells before your credit card is due. That's the good part about it. We really hope that happens. If not, you may have to pay a little bit more. And like she said, it's going to always be pros and cons in the business. Sometimes the product may go up. Sometimes the product may be sold out. Sometimes the product may be on hold for a while, and you may end up losing. But in any business, you lose. I lost thousands of dollars doing the business. So this is like no other. You have to be willing to invest. You have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to put in the time. Nothing in life is easy. There's no such thing as an overnight success. It takes years. Like she said, it took her 2.5 years to get to the point where she's at. Most people don't want to stick around for the first 6 months in order to make their business happen. So we're telling you now, in order to be an eBay or Amazon seller and you want to start making the money that she is making, you have to stick to it. You have to be in for the long haul. You have to be ready to do the work. And if you don't want to be to the level that she's doing it and you just want to say, you know what, I'm just looking for something part-time. I don't necessarily want to quit my job. You can start off small. You can do eBay or you can do it sometimes with Amazon. But like she said, some people go straight to Amazon, but she personally, from her experience, she's suggesting that you go to eBay to start off just because they're a little bit more forgiving and they just help you a little bit more when it gets started to the business. So anything else you want to say, Monica?
Let me think. It's a journey. It is like any business. You're going to have to put in work. Please don't approach this or any business as a get rich quick thing too many times. And it's fine. People ask me, how's that Amazon thing you're doing? How's that thing? It's not a thing. It's a business. I work smarter in my business. I can say a year or so ago, I would work harder. I work smarter. There's so many moving parts of this thing, but once you learn it, once you have the foundation, then, you build from there. You want to hit on a little bit on the credit card usage or?
We can hit on the credit card usage. Omar, if y'all have questions, just go ahead and post them in the comments because we're going to look at them as we go. Yeah. She's going to talk about credit cards, and while she's talking about credit cards, go ahead and throw your questions in the comments so we can go ahead and answer them. So just talk a little bit more about the credit card usage.
All right, so with eBay, as you guys may or may not know, eBay processes their payments through PayPal.com. When you get up, you can go and if you're going to be an eBay seller, I highly suggest you get a PayPal business debit card, because you'll earn 1% cash back on all of your purchases, which is pretty cool. So you're buying the item, you're shipping it to the customer, however much you're spending. Once a month, PayPal will give you 1% of that back. So if you spend $10,000 a month on your purchases, PayPal is going to give you $100 into your PayPal account. Pretty cool. Every single purchase that I buy for my customers are credit cards. I do not use debit cards for anything, with the exception of the PayPal credit card. If I'm, doing something on eBay. Well, I don't really sell on eBay that much anymore, but the credit cards, a couple of things. You have, this is so important. I can't emphasize this enough. You have to make sure that you're not carrying a balance because, as we all know, credit card interest rates are sky high, and you don't want to have to pay. You got to pay your Amazon fees, your taxes, and then you got to pay interest to the credit card company. It's like, I carried a balance. And if you're doing it right, you'll have a rather large balance. You definitely don't want to have to pay interest on that. I never carry a balance from month to month. So I'm essentially, paying it off before it's due. I use a lot of travel credit cards. You can do cashback credit cards. That's totally your preference. I do both. So with those purchases that I'm making for my customers, I'm earning cash back. I'm earning travel points or miles. And that's just a personal preference. But yeah, I feel like my mentality now is when I spend money, even for myself personally, I need to be getting some type of points back or some type of cash back, because I don't even use my debit card at my bank anymore unless I'm taking money out of the ATM, because I'm not making any cash back if I take my debit card and swipe it. But yeah, be responsible with your credit card usage. If you do it right, the way I do it, your credit, if it's bad or what have you, it'll improve because you're building a consistent history of paying your credit card bills on time and in full. Don't ever carry your balance. Don't ever carry your balance, but you gotta know what you're doing with those credit cards. Make sure you're paying them before, the due date, so you don't get any charges, any late fees or penalties.
Y'all heard that right. When it comes to the credit card, Miss Amazon and eBay seller, do not carry a balance every month, and always use your credit card, which I say that anyway, because I'm all about rewards in life.
Yes.
I pay everything on my credit card. I don't even, like she said, I don't use my debit card either. It's not going to happen. I don't care if it's 25 cents. I'm swiping it. I'm finna get my 2 points because it's 2 points for every dollar. Like, I'm swiping, swipe, and then I just pay it off before the end of the month. And so that's a great way. That's how you travel for free. That's how you get those checks back. That's how you do any and everything. So we've talked about rewards in the group, and I hope y'all wrote it down. We're gonna talk about it again on credit cards. But she just told y'all again, she over here making all this money. She getting all this cash back because of the credit cards that she's using to run her business. Credit cards are only bad if you are bad with money.
Exactly. Credit cards are my best friends. Like, for real.
I can pull out the little thing right now and just hold it up. Like, I got credit cards for everything. Don't let me see a credit card. They'd be like, oh, you get $1,000 if you spend $3,500. Oh, I'm signing up. I want all the points. I want all the money. Okay, so somebody asked, how long does the training typically take?
It depends on which training course you get. And it really, that's a great question. It just really depends on your pace. The one that I got when I first started off on eBay, gosh, how long did it take me to go through it? Maybe a couple of weeks, but then that depends on how many hours you put in. I don't have a great answer to that because, some of you guys will have more time than others. Some of you guys will have less time than others. So you just have to go at your own pace. And with a lot of training programs too, they also have Facebook groups for support, and they also have webinars where, I know in the company I first joined, they had webinars where they would, the person who hosted the webinar would show how you look for items from Amazon.com to sell on eBay.com. They would do it in front of you. They would do in front of you what they're showing you to do in the training, which is pretty cool. If you just want to watch someone do it live, watch someone source live, that's fine. You gotta remember, it's how do I say? It's a never-ending learning process. Just like in your career, you always are gonna learn something new. But I would say maybe a couple of weeks, but it's not like, okay, I'm done. I never have to look at that training again. No, you still want to look at it, or maybe a new webinar coming up or something. It's just a continuous process. I said that right. A continuous process.
So basically, when it comes to training, the training just depends on you. It's a continuous process, but you have to keep learning. So in the beginning, she said it took her a couple of weeks to learn, but it just depends on the amount of hours.
Not to learn, to go to the training.
Oh, to go through the training.
Yeah. I got it in 2 weeks. I'm a power seller. No.
Right. But it's a never-ending learning process, right?
Yeah. And also too, like, the industry changes. Policies from different suppliers change, and you gotta be like water and just be able to move and be flexible and roll the punches, really. Policies change. You can't, this store no longer allows drop shippers, or I don't know, this dropshipping law change, whatever. You just got to be alert, aware, and roll the punches.
All right. Well, y'all, we just gave y'all a lot of information on dollars and cents, and I hope you wrote it down. I really hope you did, because if not, you can always hit the replay button. But still, I really, really hope y'all wrote it down and y'all really enjoyed it tonight. Because I know a little bit about Amazon selling from Monica, but just to know more is just always awesome task to learn. I don't know if y'all have any more questions. If y'all do, we're going to give y'all a couple of seconds to add them. Once again, in order to sign up and learn more on how to be an eBay or Amazon seller, we are going to post the link in the comments. It's Taylor.online/Amazon Pro Seller. I really, really hope y'all learned a lot tonight. All right. I love dollars and cents because every month we are teaching you how to make money, how to grow your business, how to increase your income, how to create capital, how to freestyle your lifestyle. Monica being an Amazon eBay seller, she is able to work from anywhere. Like, how awesome is that to not be stuck in one place? You know what? I want to go to China this week, but I can work and take my business with me and still make money. So just always remember that it's all a process. You'll continue to learn and go from there. What were we about to say, Monica?
I was going to say, sorry to cut you off. I was going to say, but even better than that, as far as, working from anywhere, my virtual assistants basically run my business. Now, I do get in there and oversee, and let me check on this, okay, that's all right. But when I'm away on vacation somewhere, I'm not on the beach processing orders. I'm not on the beach handling return requests when the buyer requests to return an item. I'm not on vacation uploading tracking numbers. No, I'm on my excursion. I'm in the water if I go in the water. I'm on my wine tasting. I'm at dinner with friends. My business is being run for me. That doesn't mean I never look at it, but it's just when you get to that point where you can outsource the different tasks in your business. I did process an order the other day because, it's always important to not forget how to do things. But I am so elated. I don't have to process orders anymore. I don't really have to do my customer service emails anymore. I'll get in there and answer a couple, but for the most part, I have someone that does that for me. Excuse me. I have people, forgot about that, my goodness. I have people who find items I have people who find items to sell on my account, listers. I call them listers, where they list items to sell on my account. I don't have to search all day, scour the internet for items to sell. What's the profit? What's the whatever? I have people who handle that for me. And I didn't get to this point overnight. I started off on eBay in October of, October 2014. October 2014 is when I first started on eBay. I remember the very first item I sold, it was a utility cart. I think I drop shipped it from Amazon. I remember I was like, I sold something. Oh my gosh, it works. I was like, let's sell because it was the first sale, and that let me know it works. Somebody bought something for me. Wow. But if you want to still have to be hands-on, you can, but my mentality is forming into a CEO mentality. The CEO of Walmart is not down at your local Walmart working the cashier, right? Of course not, because they've hired someone to do that. It doesn't mean it's beneath them. It's just they would rather not do it. And if I can, it's like you might not want to paint your house, so you hire someone who can paint your house because you don't want to do it, and that's okay. I don't want to process orders all day. I don't want to have to deal with customer emails and return requests and damaged packages. I have people who take care of that. I have people who list items for me, and it's a great feeling to look at my account. Okay, sales doing good today. I mean, I can look, every day I can look to see what my profits are, what my expenses are. They're running it for me, and I'm absolutely grateful to my virtual assistants because they're really awesome. They want to work. They're not lazy, and they're so happy to have a job. Like it's amazing. We have a great relationship. I respect them. They respect me. And Tay knows me. I mean, I love to travel. I know there's a couple of people on here who know me personally as well. I love to travel, and it's a great feeling to be able to travel and not have to, I got to go in the corner right quick to do something on my business. No, I want to enjoy my vacation. So, I'll check on my account later. Hey, everything okay today? Yeah, Monica, everything's all right. Okay, cool. Let me get back to this wine tasting. That's my life now. And I love it. And I thank God for it, for real. So
I heard that she a boss. That's what she said. That's what she really saying. She said all y'all that tell y'all that she's a boss, honey. She's a boss. She don't gotta work like she did anymore. She didn't change her life, but she put in the time and the effort to make the business work. How many people can say they started from nothing to something to be a boss, honey? Because she is a boss. That's all it is. She just being modest over there. And I want everybody to know that when we get off this call, this live, I'm gonna ask her to let me borrow $10,000 forever. Forever, y'all. Forever, ever. So I really, really hope y'all enjoyed this live. We're about to get off. Once again, I'm gonna post the link in the comments so you all can sign up, so Mom can get in touch with you so you can learn more about Amazon and eBay selling. It's Taylor.online/Amazon Pro Seller. Once again, my name is Taylor, and I am your money maximizer. I teach entrepreneurs how to never go broke so they can freestyle their lifestyle and gain financial freedom today. Give a hand clap to our lovely guest, Monica McCoy, Amazon Pro Seller, Big Money, aka Boss. Boss. I hope y'all have a great night and you enjoyed this live on Dollars and Cents. We will see you next month. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Thanks for